In the year 1900, a British governor did the unthinkable. He demanded to sit on the Golden Stool of the Ashanti people. To the Ashanti, this wasn't just furniture. It was the spiritual heart of their nation, believed to contain the soul of their ancestors. No one, not even their own king, was allowed to sit on it. While the men of the Royal Council debated in fear, one woman stood up. She was over 60 years old. She looked at the men and said, "If you, the men of Ashanti, will not go forward, then we will. I shall call upon my fellow women. We will fight the white men until the last of us falls in the battlefields." Her name was Yaa Asantewaa, and on May 4th, we remember the end of her long journey, but the beginning of her eternal legend. Yaa Asantewaa was the Queen Mother of Ajisu. When the British exiled the Ashanti king, they thought the spirit of the people was broken. They didn't count on a grandmother becoming a commander-in-chief. She gathered an army of 5,000 warriors. For months, she led the siege of the British fort at Kumasi. She wasn't just a figurehead, she was a strategist. She coordinated supplies, intelligence, and psychological warfare. For a moment in history, the British Empire was pinned down by a woman protecting a wooden stool plated in gold. The British eventually brought in thousands of reinforcements and modern weaponry. The war lasted months, but eventually the Ashanti resistance was suppressed. Yaa Asantewaa was captured, and on May 4th, 1906, she was firmly in British custody, living out her final years in exile in the Seychelles Islands. She died in 1921, thousands of miles from her home. By the time her body was returned to Ghana, she was a national icon. But here is the twist. The British never found the Golden Stool. Yaa Asantewaa's rebellion was so successful in its distractions that the Ashanti were able to hide the stool. And it remains in Ghana to this very day, never having been sat upon by a colonial governor. Today, Yaa Asantewaa is the Joan of Arc of Africa. In Ghana, her name is a synonym for bravery. She proved that leadership isn't about gender or age. It's about the courage to protect what is sacred. Every time you see a woman leading a movement in Africa today, you are seeing the shadow of the Queen Mother of Ajisu. She taught a continent that even if you lose the battle, you can win the war for your culture's soul. On May 4th, we honor the woman who chose war over dishonor. The British captured the Queen, but they never captured the spirit of the Ashanti. Thanks for joining us for On This Day in Africa. If you enjoyed this story of a real-life warrior queen, hit the like button and subscribe. Who is a historical woman from your country that we should feature next? Tell us in the comments. See you tomorrow.